that is scheduling and queuing model. Scheduling. What is scheduling? In our planning, all the raw materials, demand forecasting, everything, there is a next concept known as scheduling. That is, after routing it, we have to schedule it. It determines the start and the completion times for each operations with a view to engage every mission and operator of the system for the maximum possible time without unnecessary burden over them. That is scheduling. So we are going to arrange the members and the plans and the missions in such a way their maximum time is used without giving the burden to them is known as scheduling. Okay. So scheduling depends upon number of factors and scheduling occurs after routing. Okay. So then, ma'am, what is the difference between the routing and scheduling? These are interconnected. Either of these cannot be undertaken independently. So we cannot do routing without scheduling. We cannot do scheduling without routing. So they are interconnected. It is very difficult to prepare schedules without determining the routing of the sequence. The routing means the sequence of operations. Once we know the sequence, we will give the schedulings to the number of employees, and we will schedule the work to the respective missions accordingly. Okay, so there is a relationship between routing and scheduling. Principle of schedulings. Scheduling tends to achieve its maximum efficiency. Why scheduling there? To achieve maximum efficiencies. Okay. So I have to use my resources to the maximum time I can use it without overburdening them. That is known as scheduling. So this is an optimum activity, optimization of an activity. So a principle of scheduling, important principle, is nothing but principle of optimum task size. Next, scheduling, as it achieves maximum efficiencies when the work is planned, it will impose equal load on all the plants and facilities. Next, it will have, when work is planned, when the work is planned so that the work centers are normally used in the same sequence. So if this is the sequence, we know that, and what we are doing is in a small, and all the tasks are in the magnitude, and we are giving a maximum efficiencies. When we are giving a maximum time of operations, when all these principles are satisfied, then scheduling will give you the maximum efficiency out of its operation. Okay. Next. Scheduling system can be classified into various groups: unit scheduling system, batch scheduling system, mass scheduling system. Okay. What is unit scheduling system? Unit scheduling system is jobs where the jobs are taken one by one, and there are different types of jobs. That is job production. That is unit scheduling system. So for the different jobs, scheduling will be differs. This is unit scheduling system. Unit scheduling system is generally classified into project scheduling and job shop scheduling. What is project scheduling? That is where the project consists of number of activities by the different apartments or individual departments. You just change it as departments or apartments, same, with having each department having individual supervisors. It can also be considered as complex output made up of many interdependent activities. Okay. The techniques used for scheduling the projects are PERT, CPM, GRT, that is graphical evolution review techniques, and also we can use bar charts, Gantt charts, etc. But this project scheduling is for an high level projects, large projects. Okay. Next, job scheduling also, we will be having various jobs for the various scheduling for the different kind of jobs. So, separate records are to be maintained for each. Only after receiving the order, planning for production of the job and routing or scheduling are done. Okay, with the available resource to be maximized. So, here we will be taking into the arrival pattern, processing pattern, type of machine used, number of workers available, and order of sequencing will be having a major influences in your scheduling. That is job shop scheduling. This is unit scheduling system. Next is batch scheduling system. When job are produced in batches, this is used. Mass scheduling system, wherever we are having a mass production but having a regular sequence, we will be using as a mass scheduling system. Okay. Sequencing rules. First in, first served for first in, first out. Here jobs are processed as they come in. So whoever comes first, they will served first. Example, petrol bunk. Okay. Next, shortest processing time. The jobs having the shortest process to complete it will be served first. So to avoid formation of queue, they have do this scheduling. Okay. For example, Xerox shops. Okay. Next. Maximum due time. So here jobs are processed in ascending order. They are available time before the delivery date, so that we can keep up the delivery promises. So to meet delivery promises, they will do some subcontracting or overtime jobs to comply with the delivery time. Okay. Next, last come, first served. You know that. Okay. Next, static slack of remaining operation. That is, static slag is founded out. Then that slag is processed according to in ascending order. What is slag? Time till due date minus remaining processing days is known as slag. I have till 4 days, but only I'm having only 2 days is required to complete this job. Means what? 5 minus 2. So 3 days is a slag day. According to the slag, I will arrange the slag in the ascending order and give the customer the operations. Okay. Next is, now that is static slag. This is dynamic slag. Dynamic slag is time till due date minus expected time remaining for the operation. We are expecting to complete. That is, obviously we need 2 days. We know it. Here I am expecting to complete, that is dynamic. Expectation can vary in a future due to uncertain future. Okay. So, what are all the informations or the elements we need for scheduling? That is first demand forecast. Okay. And we need what is the, based on the demand, we need a tentative schedules. By have whatever the resources available, I will prepare a draft of scheduling. And we need a production plan, master production plan. Master production schedule is exploded into components and the parts that are required to produce the product. We need a priority planning. Okay. What is the loading capacity we need to see? What is the capacity, what we are having? If we need extra, what are the spares we are available? Okay. Next, evaluation of workload. Okay. So to balance the workload on various resources, okay, in the various missions, okay, that when the resources, we have to balance it. Next, sequencing. Priority sequencing of job is done to maximize workflow through the centers or missions to minimum the cost of production. Okay. These are all the normal elements we need before scheduling, starting to schedule. Clear?